Riot needs to nerf the judge. BLG Gaming absolutely embarrassed NRG with this gun on the global stage, and it has been infesting Valorant for way too long. We're talking multi-kills, mid-air on-the-move frags, and stuff like this? You think this is fair? In a tactical shooter where every decision matters, the judge just shouldn't have a place. But what did this team do with this gun that took everyone else so long to figure out? Well, today, we're going over how this Chinese powerhouse abused this broken weapon and ruined Valorant. So what gives? Why have we seen this judge meta just pop up out of nowhere? Well, teams have special programs that tell them that, hey, when you use the judge, you win more. Then pro teams use this shotgun more, and then in result, they win more. That's how metas are born. But wouldn't it be nice to discover metas on your own? Or at the very least know what's winning you games so that you can play to those factors more often? Well, let me introduce you to Valorant Tracker, a free app that feeds you all the same stats that pros have. They show you your stats about your weapons you're using, win percentages on every agent and map, and you can watch helpful guides while you play and learn some gameplay secrets shared by the Valorant community. Don't these sound like things that you should know? Listen, if you really want to get better at this game, why not download a free app that tells you what your strengths and weaknesses are? They also provide info about your teammates. As soon as you hop into Agent Select, you can figure out their playstyle and adapt to it before the game even starts. And I haven't even talked about the live match feed that tells you real-time stats about your games, or the fact that all of this is available in deathmatch modes too. So if you actually want to improve, what are you waiting for? Go download Valorant Tracker using my link in the description below. What happened to NRG this game? Their pistol run looked pretty good. They decided to go B after getting tagged by the Sky Flash on A, and their execute was clean with Jet dashing out and Raze wrapping Pillar. Then they secured it with this massive smoke, which stalled out BLG's retake for the rest of the round. Now, on their anti-eco, they just didn't clear their corners properly. I mean, look, this is why you need to be vigilant at all times, no matter when, where, or what round it is. But hey, everyone makes mistakes, BLG capitalized, and then they converted their anti-eco. Now it's here where we see this broken weapon in action. This gun is just stupid, and not just on split. With the sheer amount of tight spaces and the amount of ground Raze can cover with their satchels, the judge can hit like a truck. It's pretty similar to how having one dedicated Odin player on Ascent or Lotus is now meta. Having someone specifically using a judge is a great idea. This forces teams to be even more thorough and even paranoid when moving around the map. BLG start in a 2-3 spread. No shot, they punch it up B, Omen tells his Viper. His paranoia and Viper snake bites should be more than enough to stop an execute. And on A, they're going to flush out these Viper lurk smokes and then leave Cypher's utility here to hold all this map control for them. Viper might eventually think she has a timing, but not with this setup. And NRG are prioritizing mid control in their 1-3-1 default. Now, they really need to be careful. Both teams have a lot of smokes, and that's where the judge thrives. The defense opened the round with a Sky Flash for A main, and it tags FNS. He pops up his lurk smokes and starts to leave. He's felt like enough pressure's been made over here, and BLG used their Skydog to really clear out the area. But at the same time, Victor has swung mail and falls to Rin, and that dog leaps so deep that the defenders have the confidence to completely leave A and go activate their neural theft in mid. With these trips and cam, it's okay to leave the space open for a bit. The timing it would take for an attacker to push into spawn would take too long, and it would be obvious. So Yosemite has popped his smoke plus a molly. He's playing in front of NRG smokes to buy time for his Cypher's ult to come over. Now Artist tries to punish, knowing Knight has to be in line of sight to get the neural theft off, but he has to back down. BLG know exactly where the attackers are at. Any sudden plays right now aren't going to work. Now, after realizing mid has been cleared out, Yosemite decides to reclaim it for himself, and he thinks he has a timing through the spam.
Middle. I think we're only seeing two on the other side of this neural theft. Wow.
Maybe not a good idea since you're the Viper and your teammates need your smokes. But hey, at least he's confident. NRG were just gifted the trade on a silver platter. And now that BLG's mid anchor is down, they don't feel comfortable contesting the space and don't think it's necessary since they just showed so many people here. So they fall back to their site setups, and NRG are grouping up A and are using their Viper smokes to help them execute. But wait, FNS calls out that they're going to use another Sky Flash to clear the smokes. Right on cue. As soon as it spots nothing, NRG start their walk up, prep their Seekers, and hit the site hard.
Massive timing for the Seekers as well. So Knight's positions revealed, one towards screen. Yeah, that's huge. The Seekers a little bit of an MVP this round, but it's on Knight to try and over-deliver. He's got a freebie on Artist, maybe a follow-up. He does! Takes down Crashes too, brings it back down to a fair 2v2.
Bianc got spammed through the smoke thanks to his tracers, but Knight uses Omen's sight smoke and his cage to position himself to isolate 1v1s during NRG's execute. 2 versus 2. Billy are here, and aren't letting NRG plant comfortably.
But keep in mind, YZ still has that judge.
Some will get the divide off this.
He's flying in!
He's gone in!
He's gonna try and find Som. Where is he? Says hello, gets him! That's ridiculous stuff!
These guys are cuckoo. BLG knew that one player had to be planting, so by Omen flashing sight like this, it gave YZ the green light to explode out of heaven. He went so fast that it didn't matter where the second player was. You can't hit this target, and all FNS did was reveal his position. As long as YZ landed in his Omen sight smoke, which kind of acted like a Jet's cloudburst, he was closing the distance with his judge, and he got the job done. After getting slapped around by the judge last round, NRG don't have that great a gear, but they do have Artis' Bladestorm. And as you've seen multiple times on this channel, this ultimate can be a round winner. So the offense are going to let him off his leash in mid and tear things up. And Billy are sticking to the same plan. Anchors towards B, and this Cypher Cam spotting lurks on A after showing initial pressure. NRG explodes out of the buy phase behind 3 Astra Stars and a guiding light. It tags, and Artis is close behind.
No, and that's the confidence factor coming through. Artis, though, looking to switch things up with a Bladestorm.
Yeah.
This utility dump in mid was just too much for Yosemite to handle, combined with this mid-air peak from Artis. And NRG have picked up a rifle, and the player advantage. Billy have lost their mid-anchor again, so they give up A and pivot to reclaim this lost space. Bianc dogs in events for YZ, and Rin has flashed heaven for Knight. NRG are getting pincered, so FNS heads in events to find more space.
That a little stalls it out. Oh, YZ still doing so much damage!
Nobody should be this accurate while on the ropes, especially with this monster of a weapon. And NRG's advantage is just evaporated. Rin fought B main knowing he was getting pinched, and Knight got one from spawn. And then he catches Artis falling out of heaven. Now Crashies knows all of BLG are here, so he books it to A, hoping he can still get a plant off. But this judge isn't letting him go anywhere.
Camera still there. 2 flashes and a stinger. I mean, Crashies is good. I don't think he's this.
The timing of the camera. Just heartbreaking for Crashies. Decent chunk of damage, but there's still a judge.
NRG take a timeout to read the patch notes? Alright guys, wait, FNS, what are you doing? I'm reading the patch notes. Didn't they nerf the accuracy on the ropes? Dude, no way. It's okay. They're confident and are peeking everything. Artis, pick up an op and sit these guys down. I'm on it, boss. NRG are in a new 2-2-1 passive default. They haven't touched B main this game and are putting the op here. They think that Billy have been taking the space for free, so by putting an op in this position, they should be able to take the B player off guard. But the defense aren't going to peek with this strong anchor setup they have. It looks similar to the previous rounds, but Viper and Cypher are swapped. BLG plan on setting up their Viper's pit on A and clog up this entire space and let Cypher help anchor down B this time. And they're so confident in their Viper that they're even committing their Poison Orb to stack on top of their pit for added damage. If NRG push this, they are screwed. So to set her up, they Sky Flash up high, and Viper blasts a Snakebite to stop a push while her ult spreads out. But the bird tags someone, so just to make sure there aren't any monsters in the closet, Bianc uses Trailblazer to completely clear out all of A. It gets shot, but Bianc wants NRG to know not to push this area, so he invests his last Sky Flash before rotating out. FNS backs off to spawn and doesn't feel like he can take on all of this utility, but NRG have smoked off Mail again, so YZ hops on his playground ready for a punish. Now in B main, Sam has broken the spy cam for Artis, and now they're waiting for BLG to jump spot for information. But with such a good anchor setup at every choke point, why would they? And I haven't even talked about this Viper wall that clogs up vents, heaven, and B main. In that timeout, Billy's coach has reeled them back in, and they aren't peaking with so many win conditions on the board. But now NRG are in a rough spot. They don't have a lot of options and invested a lot into Artis finding a first kill somewhere. But he's smoked off. The offense has no other choice, and the pings are coming in. They're hitting B, but with 3 people here, this isn't going to be easy.
Gonna come through here, Lauren.
So this will basically be on how much can Bianc do, which is going to be hard, but still going to find Victor. Flash through, and now there's support. Knight's there. Plays ahead. This aggression unfounded.
Billy were so ready for this hit. Knight caged out for Bianc right as he swung, and after they realized the hit got stopped, Knight pushed in front of his cage to hold the smoke, and Artis came out with his op in his hands. For you Jet mains, if you're attack opping, be sure to swap weapons with one of your teammates so you can actually aim once you entry. Then they can trade you out or post up on a line with it while your teammates funnel in. Regardless, NRG couldn't get in, and with Knight's neurotheft going off and only 30 seconds left, NRG are forced to save their rifles. These guys on BLG have all the confidence in the world. Last round, YZ walks out mid, hears NRG spraying through the smoke, and assumes that this is the best time to do this.
Oh, he's away. Oh, they can't get away in time.
This team has been making aggressive play after aggressive play and are rolling NRG. But the attackers did convert that 4v4, so maybe Billy are a little too confident. Their coach calls for a timeout to reel his team back in. Guys, you're doing great, but can you tone it down just a bit? Play a bit more reserved, okay? Alright, good. Now, what are we doing next? What if I put the judge away and I pulled out an op? I love it. BLG are putting the judge away, and YZ has bust out the op. Into this timeout, NRG are talking about the judge and all the close range spaces that they need to worry about. So by busting out this long range cannon, the offense aren't going to consider these extra aggressive peaks. But when you look at the round, YZ might not be able to get a shot off comfortably. NRG are grouped up and are ready to pound it up A.
Hits YZ though, an operator.
This is down there and a flash to start with. Hello and goodbye for Victor.
YZ's already gotten a kill, and NRG's hit is immediately halted. Artis pivots towards ramps to try and even out the odds. BLG put their toxic screen up and prevents NRG from taking more map control. But Bianc's dogs in response to their wall dropping and spots Artis at the entranceway. Knight then tags him with his spy cam, forcing him to dash away, not wanting to get spammed. Now the A main smoke is fading, and YZ is feeling confident.
Excuse me? Sorry. No. The timing at finesse. Hello, look behind you. Someone turn around. Someone do something. At finesse can't do enough.
How did this guy go unchecked? Just look at how far he made it up ramp before anyone noticed a thing. And while that was going on, Yosemite timing Crashy's dog in vents and blasted 2 NRG players in the head. These guys are just not afraid of anything. Last round, NRG were on an eco, but they ran it down A again. Their first A execute failed so miserably that they thought BLG wouldn't consider them doing it again. I mean, hey, it worked. They brute forced their way into sight, and it looks like NRG are finally punching back, fighting confidence with confidence. But after 2 quick rounds, they're changing up the tempo and are slowing it down in their 1-2-2 default. Now, Billy are still in their 2-3 style Anchor B, React A setup. If it ain't broken, don't fix it. Both teams start the round by trading guiding lights. 1 to clear A and 1 to clear vents. Now NRG thinks that vents is clear, but Yosemite tells his teammates, hey, they're taking vents. So YZ and Bianc give up A and immediately get into position to create a timing where NRG thinks that vents is clear. But Crashies knows that this play is possible, so he activates his Trailblazer to plow through the poison orb and make sure that vents is actually clear. But Yosemite mollies and puts the dog down right as it turns the corner.
But look at the attention towards middle. Artis in danger this time.
Artis thought vents was clear because of this initial flash, but BLG adjusted perfectly by taking this small timing after breaking this follow-up Trailblazer, and the judge punished. Again. Now because NRG saw 3 people fighting mid, Victor and FNS push up A, knowing it has to be the weaker site. But Knight jump spots and spots the 2 players. He immediately activates both his cages and uses them to flood onto site and fight.
He's ahead. Do they check Kid? No, they don't. Victor, unaware of the chance that he could slip on.
BLG activated their Seekers and are already here from vents. They know where the last 2 NRG players are at and are ready to meet them head on again.
To NRG, and look at YZ again. Look at this position. Please check, please check, please check. Someone check, someone check. You're gonna lurk this way. Oh God, this is devastating for NRG.
NRG are tired of going slow and want to replicate the success they had earlier by running it up A again. Only this time, they're going for a quick A split through heaven. Now, Billy are predicting a fast B in their 4-1 setup. They're retaking A. Within the first 3 seconds, NRG explode up ramp with a flash and stun. Artis scurries close behind, but YZ cuts him off with his paint shells to try and slow them down. But he dashes through instead? He peers into vents, can't punish the judge, but Knight swings from spawn and puts down the Blade Storm. Victor trades, and the judge is flying off the rope. ropes. All of BLG are finally here, and they're retaking heaven fast. Omen sends his paranoia from spawn, and Raze flies up ropes over the boxes like a psycho and takes down FNS. I'm sorry, but a Vandal isn't making that play. Now at the same time, Bianca's found a timing through spawn and catches Sam in his astral form and then stops the plant. These guys thrive in the chaos and challenge the norm of structured Valorant. I mean, who else do you see making these kinds of plays with the judge? And when the gun is this strong, you can't really blame him.
The judge claims its victim, gets its pound of flesh, and there's Bianca. You said it, problems could begin if he starts to heat up, but now maybe Victor, oh, just dragged down.
I have no idea who Billy is, but he is certainly gaming. NRG were able to salvage the last round of the half by punishing Billy's aggressive operator peek with a nasty wallbang, and then were able to split B site behind a Trailblazer and a Showstopper. Now, this was a little risky considering Victor had the spike, but if he wasn't confident, they would have lost the round. That makes it 8-4 going into halftime. Then on the second pistol, BLG bust out some uncommon lurk smokes and burst out behind them in a devastating B hit. That brings us to round 14 and the return of an old friend. Billy are slamming B site again, and this would be the best time to do so. NRG are on a save and can't afford a lot of utility to clog up this narrow choke point. But what they do have is a star that's placed in an awkward spot that some can rat around in. Yeah, that's not doing anything. BLG wastes no time and just walk into B main and pull out their utility. I mean, I guess this is safe. They have the way better weapons. Bianca pulls out his dog, and Knight takes a selfie, and BLG explode out on the site. The judge is insanely fast. Raps Pillar takes down Sam. Oh, wait a second. Is Victor going unchecked?
It's not what you wanted. We talked about checking your corners, eh? Hello, buddy. That's 2 right there. Make it, why is he gonna see you? Someone's gonna see you, someone!
He can only get one, and Crashes gets punished for pushing into the judge's favorite area, inside smokes. Now, YZ is feeling confident. He knows what this gun is capable of. Now, I want you guys to tell me, does this look balanced or fun to play against?
It's just a nightmare to handle.
A fiend with this weapon.
It is. I hate it, and I love it. He's still going. Oh, my heart is breaking. He's gonna get them all.
Still here, amigo.
YZ is monstrous.
After getting manhandled by the judge again, NRG have managed to battle back and have pushed Billy onto an eco of their own. If they want to make a comeback, this round is crucial to their chances. They're set up in a 1-2-2 hold. And oh, would you look at this? FNS wants in on the fun and has picked up a judge of his own. And we're gearing up for a judge off with BLG having 4 players ready to fly into FNS. Whose shotgun is more broken? Billy opened with the fastest mid take I've ever seen. A flash for mail, smoke for vents, and paranoia for heaven. It's so fast that NRG tried to counter it with a grab well, and Artis swung off it, but he was too late. Now, the offense isn't done yet. YZ Roomba's vents. It pushes Victor back, and Beyond dogs up heaven. And FNS tries to swing and blast someone following it, but no one's there. He gets bitten and then punished. And at the same time, these 3 have been contacting up B main real quiet and have pushed out onto site behind these lurk smokes. Sam tried to play in front of them with his own nebula to try and punish.
Wait, that's a follow-up. This is
I mean, he got 2, but YZ jumps through the vent smoke knowing Victor was here earlier and 200 pumps him. This leaves Crashies in a 1 versus 3, and we remember when he got embarrassed last time in a clutch against the judge, but he's confident that he can find a timing.
Carve it into the scoreboard. Unless Crashies goes huge. He's desperately trying, and he's absolutely succeeding.
My word!
NRG are finally stringing together some rounds and are forcing into this one. They don't want to get pushed on a match point, and if they can win, BLG are eco next round. They're set up in a 2-1-2 hold and are establishing their Viper spin in B main before reinforcing the rest of the map. But BLG want this space, and when you're strapped with a judge, Viper ults don't mean much, especially when you have a Psycho using it. Right as the barrier drops, Sam jump spots for FNS, spots the attackers, pulls back his star, and FNS spreads out his ult. Hey, Viper's ult is going to shred us if we're in there for too long. Yeah, that's pretty scary. Can you dog me in? YZ rips his Roomba, Beyond dogs out, and FNS gets ready. He knows what's coming next.
Oh god, no they don't. Well, YZ certainly does. Oh, FNS gives him a...
He knew he was getting pushed once those double drones came to clear him out. And once you pile a showstopper on top of those, yeah, that should be enough to clear out a Viper's pit. And if FNS had a rifle, the odds of him taking down the rocket launcher are way lower. But he bought a judge, and BLG's hit has been completely snuffed out. Sure, the Viper's pit is down, but they've used so much utility for zero map control. This allows Artist to move more freely since he doesn't have to worry about a drone anymore. Mid is smoked off right now, but once it drops, he knows BLG are coming here next after we main, and he's securing the round.
Relinquishing some of that control.
Barrel.
Artist will spot Yosemite.
Patience now, and does he peek? He's checking in. We can see how close they are. Great shot spots the other two.
Knight barely trades.
Still gonna find it.
Now he has a body to activate his neural theft. FNS's judge might not get much more value if they find out where he's at.
Now, potentially on a platter, but keep your eyes on the spike. He's going towards B. FNS standing tall, showing him how it.
FNS knew Omen was close by and knew that he wouldn't have a better chance than now to jump around and unleash his judge. BLG are focused on the Cypher pings and not FNS flying around the corner. And then Bianc tried to find a timing through B main, but FNS takes him out with a picked up rifle. I hate to say it, but the judge has brought NRG back into this game. NRG gave BLG a taste of their own medicine last round with this broken gun. This forces the offense down onto an eco, and NRG aren't giving up. They're taking it one round at a time and are clawing their way back into this game. They're formed in another 2-1-2 setup. Sam is going to jump spot, distracting the potential attackers in B main, and Artist is going to swing with his op. Once his jet is set up, he'll run off and stack elsewhere. Now, BLG don't have a lot to work with, so they're grouping up and hope to deathball up ramp. I mean, a bunch of bad weapons makes one good one, right? Knight flings his cages to block off both sightlines, but wait a second, they have both Viper smokes here. Regardless, they combined these cages with utility to clear out close. They got their Roomba, camera, and both teams trade flashes. NRG knows someone's in A main, so they start trading sprays through these cages. Now that BLG have crossed to ramps, they put up their Viper smokes. They wanted to save their fuel so they can make it deeper into heaven and not get spotted out. Victor had his paint shells ready to go, but now that his vision's denied, he doesn't know when to lob them. But Crashy's dog leaps out past the smokes and spots multiple players, so NRG knows that the attackers are behind these smokes, just not where. Now Yosemite is going all the way. He's only got a stinger, so taking a close range duel in vents isn't really that risky. But while he's solo reverse taking mid, I guess, BLG are setting up into a mid-round trap. They know NRG need information, and they're holding, using this as bait.
There's a trap, Som, there's a trap, there's a trap! Turn, look, the flash of paranoia! Oh, it's devastating! Billy!
Omen paranoid from A main, Sky flashed through heaven to catch the backline, and BLG swung with this utility perfectly. The site is now open, but the offense don't want to rush their execute. Yosemite is calling that he hears FNS rotating off. BLG's new objective is to stall for him. They smoke spawn, throw their paint shells, pop their seekers, throw out a satchel, but FNS still takes him down. Now he's not expecting the round-the-world flank, and Yosemite thinks about going for more, but decides to win the round instead. This leaves Artist in a 1 versus 3 with his op, and he has no choice but to save. Now, for the final round, BLG went A again, managed to get their Viper pit down, and close out the game in a very strong post plant. But if you watch this game from beginning to end, you'd feel like the judge was a rifle that people just naturally bought every round. And a matter of fact, it did win BLG a lot of these rounds. And if you aren't using this gun in your games, you're missing out on free RR. Kinda just like not playing Sova on Fracture. He's pretty good there.